Hi, and welcome back to AI in 5. As always, I'm your host, Simon Chris. Joining me today from Sydney is Leanne Shelton. Now, Leanne has the classic AI pivot story of copywriter to AI trainer. She now runs her own business, and we're going to be talking about the impact that AI is having on marketing. Hi, Leanne, and welcome to AI in 5. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Ivan. Good to be here.
Now we've worked together. We've done some stuff together. So this is a little bit old home week. You specialize in that area of marketing. You were a copywriter in the past. What are you starting to see, or what have you been seeing around how AI is impacting marketing?
Yeah, well, I can see that people who are misusing AI for marketing are just pumping out really bland, generic content. They're focusing on how it can save them time, but not looking at how it's going to be received on the other side. So it's so much about, oh, look, I can pump out all these articles in 5 minutes, but is it actually going to be positively received on the other side, or you're going to lose that know, like, and trust factor, which is so important for marketing. So it's my mission to make sure people know how to avoid that trap.
So are you talking authenticity?
Yes, I'm big on authenticity. I'm big on using AI as a tool to amplify your experience and expertise rather than replace you. So you putting in the, training it up with all your background information and your customers and your brand voice. And the brand voice is a massive part to really make sure you stand out. And that's a piece that so many people are missing. Even some AI enthusiasts out there, I see them not doing it properly as well.
Yeah, I tend to pick it up on LinkedIn with anyone that starts a post with "Imagine a world where." Always seems to give me the AI heebie-jeebies. As a copywriter, you must see the impact that it's having to the job of copywriter, right?
Yes, I know so many copywriters have had to go get full-time work. There is still a need
Not that
for
they
many
weren't working full-time before, but I get what you mean.
in their business, like haven't actually, go into employment again because it has been a bit of a struggle. And because copywriting has been undervalued for many years, and then you throw in a free tool and people think, oh, I don't need you at all. There's definitely a need for like those massive, bigger projects. And when people realize AI can't solve all their problems without putting a lot of effort in. But yeah, I believe in copywriters using it as a tool to help them, like I said before, amplifying their skills. I get questioned, oh, are you just using AI to write your stuff? Well, I'm using it just like an accountant may use Xero or QuickBooks or a calculator. I'm using it as a tool to help me, but ultimately it's all me.
Yeah, what a great analogy. And you, because of this, your career pivoted a whole lot. Could you really quickly talk to us about what that looked like?
Yeah, well, ultimately, I noticed conversions had dropped with my copywriting, and I thought, well, if you can't beat it, join it because AI is not going anywhere. And because I know what quality output looks like being a copywriter, and so many people were focused on the input with the prompts, I thought, here's my opportunity to really help people make sure their content shines at the other side. And that's where I come in and helping with marketing strategy and content creation.
Yeah, okay. And I'm not asking you to name names, but an example you've seen of where it's horribly wrong?
Countless times on LinkedIn or in articles, just sounding so bland and flat. You need to be adding more layers to your content. So the stories, personality, getting rid of all those AI typical words that you see.
Delve.
And there's so many of them. There's so many.
And what about great examples though? Do you have clients? Do you have people you know that are creating brilliant content because of AI?
Yeah, well, with my clients who I've taught them the proper onboarding process, they're having light bulb moments left, right, and center, going, "Oh my gosh, it's producing such great content because it knows me so well. It's coming out with all these ideas. It's using the right sources, and they're absolutely loving it. It really is saving them time, but I had to put in that like initial work in the first place. So now they can see the absolute benefits. No shortcuts. The shortcuts are what are killing people's brands."
Yeah, and the other thing that springs to mind as we can come to a close is you talk about some of the content being bland. Could you expand a little? What does bland mean for you?
Yeah, for me, it's very surface level. Like it has no real emotion to it. It doesn't connect. Or actually, with my LinkedIn posts, the most connection, most engagement I get are the posts that aren't even about AI. They're actually about me as the person. And I
Mm.
think people need to really remember that. You can't just get AI to pump out just, surface level posts that don't have the heart and soul. Go back to that.
Amen. I too am someone that does not. I'm, an AI advocate through and through, and yet I don't use AI to write my LinkedIn posts either, I'm afraid. I do use it to help me scour the net to look for stories and interesting things, but I don't use it to write. Anywho, we're
Strategy.
we're right at time, but there's a question I love to ask everybody, which is what would be your one hot tip for someone just starting their AI journey?
Yeah, I'd say just forget all the shiny tools. Just start with ChatGPT, the OG, and just get a feel for prompt engineering. Just start playing around with it, getting it to understand your business and you. It's not that scary. Just treat it like a junior assistant. Treat it
Mm.
like a human and have a conversation. Don't see it like technology that's overwhelming.
Yeah, I treat it like a human because when the robots come to kill us, I want them to remember me as the nice one. Leanne, thank you so much for being on AI and Five. It's been great.
Thanks, Simon. Appreciate it.